Hey awesome students, I'm going to walk you through your lessons each day using this video. While this is always a resource that's going to be available if you are working not with us, remember that the best way to learn and grow while we do Success Academy together is going to be to log into Teams and do this lesson together. But I'm going to give you an overview right now of what we're doing and then just a little bit of details on the subject and how to complete it. So to start, each day you're going to see an agenda and then your objective. Today, our objective is going to be to identify the main idea of a text and answer some text-dependent questions. So for our do now, you're going to start off by answering the questions by typing in anywhere that there's yellow. So the first one asks, what do you currently know about the protests happening around the country? Type your answer here. Same for the second one. Type your answer here. Once you are done with that, you'll make sure, yep, I have completed the do now. Then you're already in this video. The next step is going to be a video analysis. So you'll click on this video, and then based on the video you watch, you're going to answer the questions here and then here by typing in those yellow boxes again. Now this next section is what you're going to be learning about today. Today we're really focused on understanding main idea. So what is the central idea or topic that is happening in a reading? Main idea consists of two parts. The first one is your subject. So that's who or what is the text talking about. The second is the predicate. Now the predicate is just what is the subject doing or what are we learning about the subject. When you combine those two, you get your main idea. So an example here that we're seeing is we have this little paragraph and we're going to identify, okay, what's the main idea by answering what's the subject and then what's the predicate. So we're looking for those two parts. So as we read this, it says, David likes to spend his time playing video games. He has 200 different games and has a special gaming chair that's really cool. His favorite game is Fortnite, but sometimes he will play 2K. So what would be the subject here? Think about what the subject would be. If you said David, you'd be correct. So if I were you, I would go ahead, delete, type in David. David's the subject, done. Now what's the predicate? What am I learning about David? I'm learning he likes to play 2K, but that's a little bit too specific. What about him am I learning? I'm learning that he really likes to play video games. So I'm just going to type David really likes to play video games. And there's my main idea. David really likes to play video games. Done. I'm going to go ahead and click back on these just so you don't accidentally get those answers for you. And then today we're going to read this article about various protests through history. Right now, we are seeing a lot of protests happening around the country that are having a big impact on our world. And so I want you to understand what throughout history have people protested about and what's the impact that that has had. And in order to do that, we're going to just identify the main idea in each of these paragraphs. So for example, the suffrage march of March 13th that happened, on March 13th, 1913. We're going to read through this and identify what's the subject, what's the predicate. So I'm going to model this first one for you. If at any point you're struggling, go back to this one to look. So as I read, I can see it says, okay, about 5,000 women paraded down Pennsylvania Avenue a day before Woodrow Wilson became president. They were demanding the right to vote. It was the first civil rights parade in the Capitol, and it drew plenty of attention. About 5,000 people watched the procession. So who or what are we talking about here? It sounds like we're talking about our suffrage march, but another option could be lots of people. So there's two different possible subjects here, and that's okay. I'm going to start by just thinking, okay, if I'm making my subject the suffrage march, so that's my subject, what did I learn about it? What did I learn about it? It looks like it was a time when women were demanding to vote. It was a march where women were demanding to vote. And I'm actually going to change it from march to protest based on my understanding of that word. And now I just combine those. The suffrage march was a protest where women demanded the right to vote. And now I'm going to check over here to make sure that my main idea actually meets that criteria for success. So it says here, I'm going to drag this over so you can see it, but it'll be on your screen. Do I have one complete sentence with a subject and predicate? Yes, I do. Do I cover all the details in the paragraph and text? Yeah, and there's a lot of details and we can't include them all, but I think I do a pretty good job. Is it not too broad and not too specific? Yes, I'm not just saying the suffrage march happened, but I'm also not giving every single detail. It's right in the middle. And then is it worded clearly? Yep, makes sense. So now you are going to move on to the next one and complete those next 4 paragraphs. And then the last part, and this is where you might get a little confused, is I want you guys to just go research about some protests in history. This is an option. You do not have to use this website. If you want to type in protests about blank, you can do any sort of research that you want and just give the general main idea of that protest. Who was involved, and then what did you learn about it? So just pull out that main idea to see what you're interested in. Double check that we're done. And then in Edulastic, you will complete your first module's mastery check.